Hey folks, update time. So, you remember the last time I got parts for the Monster, I ordered the hub bolts, and they sent me wheel bolts instead. Well, I thought I included them in my last order. Apparently I did not. So that's why they didn't show up in my package, because I didn't order them. I have them on order now. But I don't know how long it's going to take. I didn't want to wait for them. So I went looking around town and just... like I said before, this is Canada. Everything's metric in Canada. Try to find metric bolts here. So... Rona doesn't have anything. Everything that they have is 1.5 thread pitch. I need 1.0. So I tracked Home Hardware. They don't have M10 at all. M8 is the biggest they have. So, so the guy there, there's not a whole lot of options in this town anyways, but the guy there suggested going to Barry's Auto Wreckers, which is across the street. I went there, and he just happened to have one in his spare parts box. Right length, too. It was perfect. The only difference is, instead of having the countersunk cap screw head, they've got a regular hex head on them. So that's okay, as long as I can get a socket on it inside the hub. I did. That's why I'm driving the Monster right now. So I do have 2 bolts on order. I gotta take that hub off. I gotta do something with the splines on the axle itself. I keep that thing from moving. It's just gonna wear out. And I got thinking with the spacers that I have on there, I'm wondering if the bolt is not reaching the axle itself. It's just pushing on the inside of the hub. And maybe because the hub's moving, that's what's causing it to unscrew. I'm not sure. So I think I might take out one of those washers. Let's see what happens. That'll allow a little bit of movement, lateral movement on the axle, but that should be okay. I'm going to spot weld on it and grind it down to the point where the hub will fit tight, and it shouldn't move anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. But at least I get to drive the Monster.
Hey, come here. Come here.
So, so yesterday, the rain stopped in the morning, and I went down to the dam to take a look, and the water was barely up at all, which was kind of surprising to me anyways. And when I got home, I looked at the water flow rate for the river, and it was still going up, which is not surprising. Like I've said, a million times or more, the rivers peak about 24 hours after the rain stops. So I figured it's still going up anyways. So I went to bed last night about 9:30, and I checked, and it's still going up at the same rate. Says, okay. I went out for an afternoon tour, and the water was up a little more. It's still, nothing what I was expecting. So, next morning, checked again at 7:30, and the river had peaked. It was not going up anymore. So I was like, I'll have to take a look. And guys got lucky. There's a little bit of water on part of the road, but it didn't get completely washed out like the way I was expecting, so they got pretty lucky with that. And I'm pretty sure the water's on its way down now. So, went up to the other river. The other river's up. Well, obviously the other river's going to be up too, because they both combine before it gets to that point. And where I sit up at the soccer fields at the bridge there, that's where the water measuring booth? What? Shack? Device, whatever you call it. That's where the water's measured, so it's the combination of the two rivers together. So one might still be going up, one might be going down, but it's leveled off, where the two come together. The two together is not going up anymore. So, I'm sitting there this morning. I went out for a drive this morning, and I was sitting there, and there's kingfishers all around me. I see, one or two, now and then when I'm out, but there's like at least 6 of them flying around this one area, and there was one in the tree above me. He's looking down in the grass because there's water in the grass. And you can see him looking around, searching for fish. And I went to take a drink of my coffee. It saw me move. It looked over at me. It just stared at me for probably about 30 seconds. Never moved, and then left. So I figured, oh man, I wish I would have got that on camera. So I get my camera out. No more kingfishers. I guess they're like some people. It's like, oh, camera, get out of here. Take off. So there was still a couple flying around, but they weren't near me. They were just kind of touring up and down the river looking for fish. I'm not sure how they see fish in dirty water like that, but I suppose there's got to be a way. So one stopped up on the railing on the bridge, so I still got my camera in my hand. I'm just waiting for, something around me. So it stops up on the railing. I got some good video, I think maybe about a minute of it just sitting up on the railing looking around. Unfortunately, the camera focused on the trees in the background and the bird was blurry. Oh, that disappointed me. I'm thinking, yeah, I finally get one. Of course, looking in this tiny screen here, I couldn't see because my vision's blurry anyways. So I couldn't tell that the bird was blurry. That kind of disappointed me. Otherwise, I would have lowered the camera to bring the bridge in, and then it would have focused on the bridge, and then I could have moved back up to the bird. But missed opportunity. So apparently, we're not having our yard sale tomorrow. Nobody's in the mood. So we gotta wait till the long weekend in August. I didn't want to wait that long. I got stuff I want to get out of my room right. I got boxes and boxes of DVDs I want to, like actual store-bought single DVDs. I don't want to get rid of those. I wanted them out of my room because they're taking up so much space. So, I guess that's off the table for now. I guess that's all I have from the past. So what just happened now, I stopped down at Independent, my last stop before I come home. And a couple ladies and three ladies and 2 kids, I think it was. They're walking in, and I'm not sure if I told you, they have a gate now at their entrance, so you can only come in, you can't go out. I didn't see exactly what happened, but apparently the girl went in first, probably 12, 13, 14 years old. And I'm not sure if she tried to come back out or whatever, but she set the alarm off. Everyone's laughing at her, right? And I said to the lady in front of me, I said, like, she's trying to smuggle something into the store? And the poor girl was so embarrassed. She said, can I go home now? I had no idea it was alarmed. But apparently it is. So I asked the one lady, it's like, you guys have a problem with theft? Excuse me. With theft, right? For them to put that in there. And she's not sure. She just said it showed up one night. She came in to work the next day and there it was. So, I'm gonna guess they have a theft problem like everybody else seems to be. So they put that in there so you can't go out the indoor. So I guess that's all I got. I got a surprise. One more thing. I got my toffee candies. I usually get these from the dollar store, but I didn't feel like making another stop. I just wanted to come straight home. And there's a little package. These things Cottage Country, that's the brand. These packages are now half the size that they used to be. And I don't remember what I paid for it. It was like $2.98 or $3.98, something like that. So I'm not sure if the price has gone up, but they're like half the size that they used to be. It's pathetic. So I don't expect to be buying these too often. I like these. These are better than the ones you get from the dollar store anyways, but it's just not worth paying the extra money for something. It's just crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess that's all I got. I just wanted to give an update. I am driving the Monster again, and the lack of bolts was my fault.